Welcome to Check This Out News.
Start with this tough news tonight on KXAN News at 10 p.m. I'm Britt Marino.
I'm Robert Hadlock. It's been a difficult day for the families of the victims killed in that massacre. They were not expecting to see this video today.
They were, however, preparing to see it on Sunday, but the Austin American-Statesman leaked it today, and it has sparked a heated conversation during tonight's scheduled Uvalde Council meeting.
KXAN's Brianna Hollis monitoring that meeting, and she's live in the newsroom. Brianna?
Well, guys, Uvalde Mayor Don McLaughlin took some deliberate time at the beginning of the meeting to address the leaked video. We're going to show you a portion of his comments. We're also going to play some of that leaked video that we've stripped the audio from. Some family members say they had asked not to hear any sound as they were briefed on the report.
But there's no reason for the families to have to see that. I mean, they were going to see the video, but they didn't need to see the gunman coming in and hear the gunshots. They don't need to relive that. They've been through enough.
The leaked video shows the gunman walking through the hallway at 11:33 a.m. You then see him walking in and out of classrooms and hear dozens of gunshots. Almost 3 minutes later, you see the first officers on camera. 3 of them run to the door the shooter went in. More officers arrive, and the video shows none entering the classroom yet. Around 11:37, you see officers retreat. Several more shots are fired, more officers enter with shields and vests, and you see another agency in the building. Gunshots continue, but the video doesn't show officers walking back towards the classroom until 12:21. At this point, officers from several agencies are on the scene, including the Sheriff's Office and DPS. Around 12:50, the video ends after you hear another round of gunshots. The House committee investigating what happened that day had planned to show the video to the victims' families Sunday morning and discuss its preliminary report. There was not supposed to be any sound on that video, and the plan was to release it publicly later Sunday afternoon. Families who lost loved ones are devastated.
We saw it the same time that the rest of the world saw it, even though we had asked for it before from our district attorney, and to not have the audio there. We didn't need to hear our babies being massacred. And
now that the video's out, families have even more questions. Several people spoke up during tonight's city council meeting, upset with the officers' actions. Law enforcement accountability has been a centerfold of this story ever since the first details of the timeline were released. The mayor didn't have the answers to the community's questions tonight, but families hope to learn more Sunday when the House committee discusses its initial findings with them. Britt.
Brianna, thank you. Tonight, Governor Greg Abbott says he is disappointed this video has been released before Uvalde families had an opportunity to see it, and he said he looks forward to the full results of the FBI and Texas Rangers investigations about what happened that day. The preliminary report will still be released this Sunday.
And it will contain findings from the 40-some interviews they have conducted behind closed doors, plus evidence reviewed. But the state representative for Uvalde, Roland Gutierrez, says this video will not give the families all the answers that they need.
It's not going to give us the 911 calls. It's not going to give us any indication as to who really, if anybody, was in charge. We as policymakers cannot begin to formulate the answers to those questions until we get the full, transparent truth. And showing us a video of a hallway is appreciated, but clearly not enough.
Nictar Benedito knows about coping with limitations. He was born with a condition that twisted his limbs and hampered the use of his hands and arms. Undeterred, the Mozambican man taught himself to draw and paint with his feet to better express himself. The artist says the COVID-19 pandemic is the biggest obstacle he has encountered in his 37 years. It inspired him to produce a series of works he calls The Cry of the World.
I've been painting what the world cried many times.
This series portrays women and girls for whom the COVID pandemic has been particularly hard. UNICEF has reported widespread increases in child marriage and cutbacks in girls' schooling, a concern also expressed by authorities in Mozambique's Manica province, where Benedito lives. His new works focus on females, some pregnant, all struggling.
When COVID started, people in rural areas didn't understand what it was. These women carried everything and left the village because they thought COVID-19 was a spell. That's why they appear on their backs.
One piece shows a beautiful girl setting out in the morning with a hoe and jar. She looks sad because she's missing school, Benedito said.
She must go to work in the field, something she didn't want to do. But she's forced to do so because she has married early.
Pandemic restrictions have prevented Benedito from exhibiting his work beyond his modest home in Chimoyo town. He said he has sold paintings to his friends, but also depends on a monthly government food basket to make ends meet. He's not complaining.
For me, art is not about the money. Art is helping people to look at the world with different eyes.
When he was a child, Benedito's disabilities kept him from playing with others. He started drawing to relieve his loneliness. Now he envisions starting an art school for youngsters with or without disabilities.
I want to gather many children.
IFD says the team was requested by IMPD at 7:41 Tuesday. They arrived at 7:47, first diver in the water at 8:16, and just 4 minutes later, they found the father, Kyle Moorman. We asked about dive team protocols. IFD told us they have to be requested, and there has to be a credible witness with a last seen point. IMPD wouldn't talk about this case specifically, but said in missing persons cases, they work lots of leads and need specific evidence to guide them into water, more than just a cell phone.
It's helpful, but it's one piece. I say it's one piece. And so what we're always looking for are trying.
Check this out.
Could you please?
Like, share, subscribe.
Thank you very much.
From the heart.